Black beluga lentil pate. This is a vegetarian pate that is delicious and nutritious, as well as being suitable for your vegetarian friends. I'm going to start by just chopping up an onion in the food processor with about 6 ounces of baby bella mushrooms. I'm going to turn this into almost a puree. It's going to look like breadcrumbs when I get done. Perfect, just perfect. Now I'm just going to take it over to the stove and saute it up a little bit. I've preheated my pan over medium-high heat, and I'm just going to add a couple of teaspoons of porcini infused olive oil. This is really going to bring up the mushroom flavor. I'm going to swirl that around the pan a little bit. Just going to give them a little stir around the pan, get them cooking. Now to the pan, I'm going to add about a ½ teaspoon of sea salt, and that's going to help bring out some of the water in the mushrooms as well as bring up the flavor. I'm going to add a few herbs and spices. About a teaspoon of dried rosemary, dried rubbed sage, about a teaspoon of dried basil, about a ½ teaspoon of white pepper, and a ¼ teaspoon of nutmeg. I love nutmeg with mushrooms. Give that a little stir around. And I'm going to add just a couple of teaspoons of minced garlic. Couple of tablespoons of liquid tamarind extract. Tamarind is used in lots of Asian dishes as well as island dishes. It's got a wonderful tangy flavor. Now to balance that tanginess, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of black cherry infused balsamic. Sweet and delicious with just a little tart tang. Once you see that the liquid has begun to evaporate and the mushrooms begin to dry out a little bit, just go ahead and turn the stove off, set the pan aside, and let the mushroom mixture cool while we get started playing with our lentils. Now I'm just going to pour the lentils right into my food processor and give them a quick spin. Now once your mushroom mixture is cooled, go ahead and pour them in as well and give that a little spin. You can see that steam coming up. I'm going to add it to the food processor while the processor is running. I'm just going to scrape the lentil mixture into these molds. Now I'm going to give them just a little tap down just to spread the mixture out evenly in the molds. Now I'm just going to pop these into the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours and let them congeal. Now you might want to pop them into the freezer for what I call a quick cool. Just remember to move them into the refrigerator after about an hour. Now let's plate the lentil pate, and now you're really going to see what I love about silicone. Look at this. Look how it just pulls away from the sides of the pate. No butter, no oil, nothing. I'm going to put one of the pate loaves right here on this serving plate. Just gorgeous. And I'm going to slice this one. I like slicing one and leaving one whole, so people will get the idea of what they're supposed to do with it. We're going to put beautiful crudités that I've cut up all around it, and of course our Sesame Crunch crackers. Now I'm just going to start placing some of my crudités strategically all over the plate. I've got two gorgeous serving pieces, a little fork and a knife, and I'm just going to place them on the plate.